way. This way. Goodbye. Scooch the butt. Goodbye. Hello, beautiful people. It's Victoria. I am so excited because tomorrow we are going to be heading over to the San Francisco Bay Area to spend a long weekend there over the 4th of July weekend. For those of you who haven't seen any of my videos before, hi, my name's Victoria. I have been on YouTube since January of 2023, trying to figure all of this out. I post mostly nerdy content because that's what I do, mostly in my spare time, along with some lifestyle and travel content in between. If you watched my last video, I had mentioned that I was going to try to do a pack with me video, so that is what we're doing today. Fortunately, the airline we're flying allows for both a carry-on and a personal item, so that means that we have a lot more options, a lot more room on packing, which makes my little heart so happy because I'm stressed. If you can see behind me, this is only a fraction of what I had on the bed before. Now, I did do a lot of laundry because I had a lot of laundry to do and wanted to make sure I did a good portion of them, and there are also certain items that I wanted to bring on this trip. So the first thing we're going to do is pare down this wardrobe. All right, so I'm gonna take you over to what I'm looking at right now and what I've decided on already. Hello, voiceover Victoria here. As you can see, I'm on the floor and having an existential crisis as I stared at all of the laundry on my bed and contemplated how I was going to appropriately pack for basically what was 3 full days and 2 airport trips. It was utter chaos. So I'm going to attempt to walk you through what I actually packed for this trip, some of the bumps along the road, and I'll probably keep what I actually wore for a separate video, but I just wanted to hop in here and illuminate what is going on here, especially in this little portion of me on the floor. I clearly look a bit deranged at this point. But yeah, so let's actually hop into the Pack With Me video. So to break this down as easily as possible, we ended up going to the San Francisco Bay Area for a total of 3 full days and then 2 travel days there and back. I am going to break down all the things that I actually packed in my suitcase first, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about how I packed them and the trial and error I had with packing them. So let's break it down first with t-shirts. I ended up packing 3 t-shirts. The first t-shirt was my Little Victory shirts from Allie of Alice and Pages. I wore that shirt on the airplane. The second t-shirt I brought was my Golden Girls t-shirt. It might look familiar to you if you watched my Dallas Fan Expo video. And then the third t-shirt I brought, which is not pictured here, was a blue t-shirt, oversized t-shirt that I got from Treasure Island when I went there for my birthday. You would have seen it in my birthday blog as well. I like to wear that shirt for bed all the time, so that was my night shirt. I then had 1 pair of jeans. I wore these jeans on my flight to the Bay Area. They are a super comfy pair of jeans, and I feel fine wearing them for long periods of time sitting, so I thought it would be great to wear them to the airport. This way, if I ended up needing a pair of jeans, I didn't have to pack them and I would already have them there. I also packed 9 pairs of socks. Count them, 9 pairs of socks. 3 compression socks from Champions that I got on Amazon. 1 pair of socks that were compression socks from Amazon that were Dr. Scholl's compression socks, and then 3 pairs of socks that I got from TJ Maxx that are super cute, and I packed all of those socks away. So I ended up wearing a 10th pair of socks to the airport because I forgot to leave out a pair of the Champion socks when I intended on wearing them. I also packed 3 pairs of bicycle shorts. 1 pair I used to wear under clothing that was a little more see-through, and then 2 gray ones, one that I wore for nighttime for sleeping, and one that I brought just in case I wanted to wear them. We had intended on going to the Muir Woods, so I thought I might wear them if we did any kind of physical activity. For some reason, unbeknownst to myself, I ended up packing 5 tank tops. Yes, you heard right, 5 tank tops, 2 white ones, 2 beige ones, and like a kind of micro top or like crop top tank top of sorts that was white as well. I did not wear any of them on this trip, and I honestly cannot explain to you what I was thinking when I packed 5 of them. Outside of the jeans I wore to the airport, I ended up packing 2 pairs of shorts. I packed my favorite jeans shorts and these khaki shorts that I recently picked up at TJ Maxx. They're very light and great for summer. They're also long, so I feel like that's wonderful if you have to walk long distances. And then I packed this pair of pants. They're kind of like athletic pants, so they're super thin. I thought that would be a great option to give me a little bit more coverage, but still be cool enough to wear. Moving on to dresses, I ended up packing 3 dresses for this trip. The first dress is this dress I thrifted. It's originally from Old Navy. It's super comfortable and lightweight. I did not pack this dress seen here. I actually decided not to bring it after picking out my white dress that you'll see in a minute, along with the dress I wore to Napa, which is my French Connection dress from ThredUp as well. When it comes to tops, I only packed 1 long sleeve top. That's this cream top from 4 Days. I additionally packed 2 button-down short sleeve tops that I layered over clothes to just add a little dimension to my outfits and to help with the changing of weather. I also brought 1 sweater. I ended up wearing the sweater on the plane and as my top layer throughout the trip, which honestly I kind of regretted because I ended up washing it with something that was like black and fuzzy, and I swear I was shedding black fuzz balls the entire trip. I also packed this long sleeve button down white linen t-shirt. I love to layer it over my bralettes and tank tops, but didn't end up actually wearing it at all. Now, moving on to shoes. I know it's going to sound ridiculous, but I actually brought 5 pairs of shoes. However, in my defense, I did wear all but 1 of those pairs, and the 1 pair I didn't wear were the heels. So I feel like I did pretty well when it came to shoes. The first pair of shoes I wore were these field ground boots. They're actually barefoot boots. I love wearing them to the airport. They are easy to put on and slip off in TSA, and they also look stylish and go well with all of the outfits that I brought. The other pairs of shoes I mentioned, the first one is a pair of heels I got from TJ Maxx. I think they're really beautiful, and I wish I would have gotten the chance to wear them, but I honestly just forgot to switch into them after the long car ride from Napa. I also brought a pair of sandals. These sandals were made by an Etsy shop. They're handmade in Greece, and they are also barefoot shoes, so they're very comfortable and I love wearing them during the summer. I also brought another pair of barefoot shoes. These ones are from Splay. They're my white tennies that I wear all the time, and then I brought these sneakers from Suave. They're the great shoes to bring when you are traveling. They squish down really easily, and you can also just throw them in the wash if they get dirty or smelly, so they're a great option for traveling. Before we actually get into the packing portion of this video, I wanted to briefly review some toiletries that I bought specifically for some of the trips I'm taking this summer. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Kitsch. They are a sustainable shampoo, body wash, hair care company. So they actually make shampoo and conditioner and body wash that are solid. So as you can see here, this one's a rice water protein solid shampoo. I've currently used this. I also got this shea butter one. I will note for people who have sensitive skin, it is actually pretty exfoliating, so just be a little careful on that. And then I got the conditioner to match. I thought these would be a great option to bring for traveling, a great option to help me meet my goal of reducing plastic in my personal items. I also got these beauty bags from Kitsch that you can hang up and help dry, so I thought these would be a great option for traveling. They were a little bit harder to handle because there wasn't really a good place to hang them in the hotel, but you can also use them for scrubbing as well. They were pretty interesting. I'm going to try them again. And then as you saw, I did get some new native deodorants that are the non-plastic casing for the native deodorant. So I ended up just bringing one of those. I really did like the design. It fit pretty easy into my backpack, and I could also put it into my day-to-day bag that I brought with me. So after I finally reduced what I thought was my complete packing list down, I got to folding my clothes as neatly as possible. I tried to do them in kind of a square fashion because for the first time I was going to use the packing cubes that I bought on Amazon. I actually bought a brand called Bagel, that's Bagail. I'll go ahead and link it in the description down below. But not only are they packing cubes, but they are also compression packing cubes, so you can pack them in there, and then there's a second zipper that you use to kind of squish out all of the air. The set came with 4 different sizes, so there was the smallest one, which I ended up using for my undergarments, like my socks and underwear and all of my different bralettes and things like that. There was another size, which I would call like a medium, that you can use. I don't think I actually ended up using that one in particular. There is what I would call, either the medium or the large, and then there's the extra large, which actually fit into the entire left compartment of my away bag. These bags actually ended up being pretty complicated to use because as you were packing them, they would fit a lot of things, but then you had to use the actual compression portion of the bag, and that's where things got hairy. She's already feeling a little resistance here from the compression, but we're gonna keep going with it for now. Don't mind as I breathe really hard. It's a difficult angle to get this to work. I also don't want the zipper to break, Oh, okay. We're like a third of the way there. So as I showed you, the largest of the packing cubes actually fit perfectly into the left section of my away bag, but for some reason I didn't check that before I started packing them, so I started with the second largest bag and it was not working. So I actually unpacked that entire bag and then repacked everything that was a little larger, like my linen dress and my sweater and all of my button downs and everything like that, into the larger one, and then packed everything else into that second largest one to fit on the other side. And then I also used the smallest one for my undergarments and things like that. But as you'll soon see, I still hadn't quite figured it out. So as you can see, not all of my undergarments fit in the smallest one, and I ended up having to take out the sweater that I had showed you earlier in the video. So originally I had decided to bring a gray hoodie to wear on the plane and have as backup, and then bring that sweater and pack it. But realizing how bulky it was, I decided to take it out. And then, of course, that jean romper didn't actually make it into my suitcase because I figured I wasn't actually going to wear it, and I thought it would give me just enough room to migrate enough things over so I'd actually be able to close all 3 of these packing cubes and fit them in my suitcase. Finally, many hours later, I was able to get all of the packing cubes and my toiletries into my lovely away suitcase and fit all 4 of the extra pairs of shoes I had in there and be ready to go for the next day. Hooray! So on Friday, the day we were leaving, I finished packing up all of my other toiletries and bags. Here you'll see the real MVP of this trip was my new bag that I got from Crooked Media. It is kind of like that popular Lululemon bag that everyone wears. I really loved it. It fits so many things, and I'm going to be using this every single day from now on. I also packed a hat. It kind of went with the aesthetic that I had with all of my other clothes. This hat I actually got from the aquarium in Georgia. Shout out to my friend Michael who grabbed it for me when we were on a work trip. And I packed that away along with a bunch of Ipsy bags with my makeup and medicine and everything like that into this backpack that I got from Amazon. It's a cool enough backpack. I'm able to pack all of my electronics, my iPad, my Kindle, my camera, and everything like that in here. The only qualms I really have with it is the zippers aren't super sturdy. So if you're looking for a backpack, this may not be the one you want to grab, but it is a great backpack to slip under to your seat, and it works as long as you aren't trying to stuff it too much. But we have now finally reached the end of everything that I brought to the Bay Area trip. So I hope this is helpful if you are a chaotic packer like me and looking for some inspiration to make it through for your next trip. I hope my next packing video will be a little less chaotic, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye!